Welcome back. It is 7:44 on this Thursday morning. You know, every time you hear of Colin O'Brady in the news, chances are he set another record. Yeah, the Portland native first became the first person to cross the continent of Antarctica alone and unaided. Last year, the Rose City even named December 26th Colin O'Brady Day. How cool is that?
That is crazy. Okay, so today he's here to tell us, including Kelly, who's a big fan, about his latest adventure across one of the most dangerous waterways in the world and the lessons that he's passing along in his new memoir. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, the new book's out, The Impossible First. You know, it recounts what I did last year, crossing Antarctica, unsupported, alone, and unassisted. But the latest adventure, about a month ago, I just got back from rowing a boat across Drake Passage. So from the southern tip of South America all the way to Antarctica in a tiny little rowboat.
So what was that like?
Well, unlike what I talk about in the book, which was a solo adventure across Antarctica, this was a team adventure. So there were 6 of us on this rowboat, you know, tiny, 40-foot swells, icebergs, freezing cold temperatures. It was a wild ride, to say the least.
When did you get the idea that you wanted to try and attempt that?
You know, a friend of mine who was actually the captain of the boat, a guy named Fionn Paul, he called me up and he's been thinking about it for a while. And he says, hey, do you want to be a part of this team to do something no one's ever done? He said, you know, that's right up my alley.
Right.
And let's do a team project this time instead of a solo one.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, there was so much preparation that went into your Antarctica crossing. You know, all of the preparation and preparing that goes into that. What did you guys have to do for this Drake Passage?
Well, the thing for me is I've actually never rowed a boat anywhere until a few months before we
my gosh.
departed. So I actually had to learn all of the skills of, you know, rowing a boat, you know, preparing for the cold, all of the crazy madness that went into that. But we managed to pull it off, 700 miles across what's thought to be the most dangerous stretch of ocean in the world.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm sure you can appreciate like how much goes into this because you're an adventurer.
Yeah, so as a mountaineer myself, I kind of know the moments where you question yourself while you're out there. So I'm curious what you felt when you were in Antarctica, that whole span of days that you were out there alone. Like, how many times did you question why you were doing what you were doing?
Many times, you know, as I recount in my memoir, The Impossible First, you know, it was 54 days alone, solo. And the way the book reads, it's actually going kind of through my mind and thought. It's not some heroic retelling of what I did, but it's emotional, it's vulnerable. I go back through my life and my childhood. You know, I've been told from people who aren't even avid outdoors people that they've read it and they said, you know, there's a human essence and a realness to this story. And that's really what I tried to convey in the book. Because when you're alone for 54 days, I joke, you know, it's like throwing a party, inviting all your angels and demons. The good side's there, but all the negativity, the doubt, the fear, you know, we all have that inside of us, but be able to overcome that and get the other side was a blessing.
Do you always have this much energy? Like, I mean, were you like this like the whole time, even in those dark moments?
I guess so. You know, we talk about in the book, my mother is a big part of this book. This book's not just about me, it's about my mother, it's about my relationship with my wife, all the incredible people who have mentored and supported me over time. And, you know, they've got some funny things to say about my childhood throughout the book, but I was certainly a rambunctious little kid, and I guess that's carried on through life.
I think that's going to be a really cool read for a lot of people because, you know, you talk in here so much about just what has driven you, your passion, that mental state. And I think that's what people see, all these records that you've set and all these achievements, but to really kind of learn, what do you want people to take away themselves?
You know, the book for me, like I said, it's not about my accomplishments. I want someone to put this book down. I called it The Impossible First, which was the name of my Antarctic crossing. But so people put this book down and realize they can go out and achieve their own impossible first. You know, whatever that is in their life. It doesn't have to be the outdoors. It could be business, music, family, art, creativity, anything. We all have these reservoirs of untapped potential inside of us to achieve amazing things. And I've got a book event at Powell's tomorrow, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Open to the public. I hope to see many people out there. Come say hello, get a book signed, and ask me some questions.
Yeah, well, that was one of the first things Kelly's asked when she heard you were. She's like, I wonder if he'll sign a book for me. So,
of course.
Go to Powell's tomorrow.
Yes, you can also go to Powell's.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Colin, thank you so much for
having
stopping
me.
by. Be sure to check out his new book, already a New York Times bestseller, The Impossible First. We've got more if you want a copy on KOIN.com. You can also see more from his crossing of the Drake Passage. It's unreal.
Yeah.
What
Thank
you've
you
accomplished.
so much. I really appreciate you guys having me.
I feel like I have more energy now, just like
Let's
being,
go.
Let's
you
go.
know,
Let's
around
pick a
you.
record.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cross something. Yeah, okay. We're gonna send it over to Carly Kennelly right now for a look at the roads. Carly.